Hello everybody. In this screencast we're going to build on the colors example for the table view, and basically what we're going to do is that what if we want to customize the cell, right? So basically the cell that we have been using is just a simple cell, the default cell. If you look at the storyboard has the cell is empty, there's nothing inside it. We're just using the custom one, right? We're just using the default cell. So now what if we want to customize that cell? So basically let's say our data, instead of just being a color, I want it to be people. Okay, we're gonna show this to people that have a name, an age, and maybe also have an address and so on. So let's do that using tuples. So basically tuples are another way of presenting data. Either it's in dictionaries or classes. Tuples is a very interesting way of doing that. So let's say var people, I'll call it people, right? Equal. Okay, it's gonna be an array of people. Now each person has a name. Okay, Bob, and then an age 25, and then address, and it's going to be, say, Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, and then the next person, let's say Alice, 22, and lives in, say, Gastonia. And then you have Tom from Chicago, Illinois. Alright, so basically we have created the people, right? So these are my people. Now I'd like to show these values. Right now we're only showing a text label, that's it, right? So basically if we go back here, the cell is very simple. Now I want to make that cell a little bit more complicated. So basically it's very simple. All you have to do is just, let's add some labels. So add a label here. That's going to hold, this label is going to hold the name, right? That's going to hold the name of the person. Okay. Has some constraints. I'll even fix its height. That becomes the name of the person, right? And let's add another label which has, oops, I don't need this. Let's add another label that is going to hold, let's say, the age of the person. Okay, that's going to hold the age. Okay, and let's add another label that's going to hold the address. Okay, I'll make it a little bit bigger if I want. Here it is. Okay, the address is here. Can do this and this. This is going to be the age. Okay, so here it is. This is the age. Height is also going to be fixed. Same person with regard to the address. That's going to be the address. Okay. So now the interesting part is that how will I identify these into my code? I need to be able to identify which one is this, right? And which one is this. So basically, if you look at, I have 3 labels, and how do I identify which label I want to change, right? So basically these labels, if you look here, they have a tag. Okay, so if you give them these tag, you can identify them by tag number. Let's say the first one is 100, the second one is going to be 200, and then the last one is going to be 300. Okay, I changed their tags, so I can identify them or retrieve them by tag using the cell. Okay, that's a very simple way of doing it. There is a more cleaner version of doing this, but we'll discuss it in steps just to give you an idea of what we're trying to do here. Okay, so we go back here. I'm retrieving the cell which has the same ID. So if you look here, this cell, my cell, and its ID is my cell, right? Go back again. So now how do I, so I already retrieved, I need to retrieve the person, and we're going people, right? So I identified the person, right? And I did identify the cell. So let UI label, let name label equals cell dot, and then we want something by tag. So view by tag, retrieve view by tag. Okay, and the tag is 100. Okay, so 100. So name, let's say the next one is age, and then address. So the first one tag is 100, second one tag is 200, and the last one tag is 300. And we need to say as UI label. As I'm casting them to UI label. They are all labels, right? Oh, as UI label. Okay. I think we need to also put an exclamation mark to force the unwrapping. Okay. So now I can change the name. Okay, I could say name label dot text equals person dot name. Age label dot text equal person dot age. Age label dot address label dot text equal person dot address. You can do that as string, right? Okay, I cast the integer to a string, right? So that's what I did here, and you return the cell. Okay, so now we're going to run it. So let's just review what we have done. We created the peoples, and the number of rows in section, it should not be colors, it should be people. Now we're using people, right? People.count. And then we created the customized cell, right? So we have a cell, and then we retrieve the person, and then retrieve the name label, the age label, and the address label using the tag numbers that we specified. Okay, these have to be unique, right? Otherwise, it's going to return the first one in the view hierarchy, right? And then they are all UI labels, right? And then we set the name, the text for the name label, the text for the age label, and the text for the address label, and then we return the cell, right? And let's make sure that when you select, we don't use colors, we use people, because otherwise it's going to cause let's delete colors altogether so that we don't need it for this. Okay, we run it. Okay, so now it doesn't like colors, so people, binary, blah blah blah. So let's say we do it like this. Okay, it's a printing issue, so let's fix it. Okay, so now let's run it again. Okay. Excellent. So you could see here that this is the name, this is the age, and the address. Name, age, address. When you click, it indicates that you selected Tom, for example. Age 25, age address is Chicago, Illinois. Okay. So basically, what we did, just to recap, or summarize, we created a customized cell. Here it is, and we added some labels inside it, 1, 2, 3 labels, and then for each label we specify the tag 100, 200, and 300, and then in the code that followed we showed how we are able to retrieve these labels by tag from the cell and how we are able to set them. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.